Good morning, VC. Doompaul here. Um, Bright sunny Sunday morning here in Idaho. Hope all is going well for you. Um, if I'm being a little quiet, it's because I'm letting the wife sleep in and don't want to wake her up. So, hope you guys are all doing great. I'm doing pretty good myself. Got a bunch of records to go through. Yeah. Okay. So, first one. I've heard about this many times, and I've heard it's where the band goes to shit, and it is Yes's Tornado, and been listening to a lot of Yes lately, um, and I was hoping that they were wrong about this one, and the first song was kind of promising. Keep up doing that. The first song was promising, and then the rest of the record just goes to shit. Um, it just seems like they just didn't really care to craft well done songs on this. It was almost an afterthought. And I guess the cover itself, see that tomato on there? I guess that was, it's a Hypnosis cover. And I guess Rick Wakeman hated it so much that he threw a tomato at it. And so they liked it and they kept that. And it was this sort of same thing goes for the actual record itself. They sort of threw a tomato against a wall and just put it out. And there was one song, like I said, I think it was the first song. I don't remember what the hell the name of it was. Future Times. That was pretty cool, but the rest of it just wasn't fancy. And pardon me, coffee burps. Those are the best. Those are the best. That'll be my new contest. What's the best kind of burps? No, it will not. Although I may do a contest sometime this summer. I don't know. It's a little preview of what's coming up. The Plague. Okay, second, picked up in my local record shop, Record World, the other day, and I was pretty, because I don't have any Stooges record, and this is a record store release from, I don't know, doesn't say what year, does it? I don't know. But it's a live show from 1970. There's the set list. And this is a pretty fascinating record. The sound quality on it is not great. Oh, shit. Let's just do this. It's a beautiful record. Totally beautiful record. The sound quality on this is not great. It's taken from a live show in 1970, but what really fascinates me on this record is the fact that there's sort of some banter with some people driving to the show, about the upcoming show and what their expectations are, and how Iggy's going to cut himself to shreds and everything else. And it's kind of fascinating that, I think a year before I was born, there were just a bunch of dudes sitting around, going to go to a show, and things don't change all that much. And there's you can hear some chatter in between the show. And the actual show itself, I gotta be honest with you, it's kind of hard to hear. The clarity is not great. There's people talking all around the soundboard and whatever. But the horns come through pretty cool. And kind of a fascinating listen. I mean, it's definitely not going to go on my top 10, like, listen every day, because it's not that kind of record. It's more of a curiosity than anything else. But, it's still an interesting curiosity. It's piqued my interest in the Stooges, let's say that. And I don't know the Stooges all that well, but now I'm gonna. So I have a couple of solo Iggy Pop records, and I dig those. But I'm going to check out the Stooges, because I was really surprised with how much horn there was in there. I believe it's horn. It might be keyboards, but I think it's horn. Anyway, whatever. It's great. Next one is a classic. Been listening to good friend of mine passed away, and put this on in memoriam of him. You know, I think you guys all know. You know, I'm pretty sure you guys all know this. Fresh fruit for rotting vegetables. Comes with a pretty huge poster of cut and paste nonsense. You know, it really brought me back because when we were kids, man, the Kennedys were the shit. They were just fantastic. And as I've grown older, the sort of political punk has sort of... It's funny, I tried to put on The Exploited one day. Maggie said one day, let's start a war. And I just found it to be oppressive, you know. But the Dead Kennedys always had this sense of humor to them, where they got their message across, but they still entertained. And I mean, Jello Biafra is just a master of that. And it's a great surf rock record. If you listen to it, it's nothing but surf rock, like played a little clunkily. You know, it's got all the classics on it and everything else. Just a fantastic record. And yeah, anyway, I'm preaching to the choir, I'm sure. But what a fun record. The next one we got turned on to from Greeno. He put one of this band's records up or something. I don't remember how it happened, but I was like, oh well, you know, this is pretty fascinating. It's Bow Wow. Warning from Stardust. And what an interesting listen. It is 100% a metal record. I will say that. It is definitely a metal record, but it's well aired. It has and especially it's on Heavy Metal Worldwide, which will make anything a metal record, I suppose. You know, not a ton to say about this. It's light, it's fun. A lot of it comes across in English. Japanese, I don't know what to say. It's the songs are sort of basic, but they're fun. And the singer, man, he goes all out. He really cares about these songs, and he really loves them. Bow Wow. If you're not hip to them, give them a listen. They're sort of a fascinating thing. I was able to pick this one up online for like next to nothing, so they're out there. But if you don't know them, then it's fantastic. Now here's another band that kind of surprised me, not in the best way, but it's my own fault, I guess. This is Tank, War Machine. Do 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 do. The Plague. Do 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 do. That song's not from that. It's from my final record upcoming. This is sort of a reunion disc. I guess from 2010. So, I mean, Tank, of course, being an integral part of the new wave of British heavy metal movement, I believe. I'm kind of making facts up, so, you know, hang with me on this. You know, I've often heard a lot about Tank, and I've never really listened to him, so I saw this in my local shop, and I was like, oh, a Tank record. Not even looking at it or anything like that, and I didn't see it was a reunion album. Here's the skinny on this one. Competent songs that would have been fantastic back in the day, but now are sort of lacking. It almost sounds generic, and they wouldn't have sound generic back when Tank first came out, I suppose, but I don't know. They've. I wanted to like this a lot more than I did. Let's put it that way. It's not going to turn me off from finding Tank's earlier stuff. It's not, but it's. I definitely won't be getting any of their later releases if there are any. Just because it's sort of, I don't know. I don't have a lot to say about it. It's, I don't know, metal for metal's sake? I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's not my favorite record. This, however, is. And one of them is Ohm, Variations on a Theme. Now, this is Chris Haiku and Elsa Cisneros from Sleep. After Sleep broke up, they got together and did this bass and drum only outfit with vocals. And oh boy, is it great. It's droney, and I actually had the chance to see them on tour for this. No, maybe it was the next one, the Conference of the Birds tour in San Francisco, and boy, it was hypnotizing. You know, you can either dig drone or you cannot, but this is, you know, this is a great record to just put on and like do some stuff around the house or whatever. I mean, it's very repetitive and very trance-inducing and very, you know, that was their bag, you know. And I was such a big fan of Sleep, I wanted to touch anything that was involved with them. And funny story, I think I went to college when I was going to college in San Francisco with Elsa Cisneros. I'd always see him around the campus. I mean, I didn't have any classes with him or anything like that, but you know, I think I used to recognize him, and I didn't know from where. But then it finally clicked, and I think it was him. I don't know. Maybe not. There was a lot of people walking around with beards and glasses and ponytails at the time, like me. But what a hypnotizing record. And it's just, it's sort of a riff played ad nauseum until it induces a trance-like state. And it's fantastic. It's just a load of fun. Well, I wouldn't even say it's a load of fun. It's I don't know what to say. It's trippy. It's maddening. It's fantastic. It's own. I don't know. It's its own thing. Definitely check out Ohm if you haven't. Variations on a Theme, and yeah. So the final record for today, I picked up Sealed, and I immediately cracked that seal because I wanted to listen to it. Didn't know anything about it. Never actually heard of this band before, and the band is Demon, the Plague. Da-na, da-na, the Plague. Da-na, da-da, the Plague. And I guess these were a pretty traditional heavy metal band, and it comes in with a booklet on the inside. Let me see if I can. It's all sort of illustrated with some stuff in it, and what to say about this record? I love this record. And it's not something I normally like. It's pretty synth heavy. There's a lot of like ballady songs on it. There's a lot of yeah, I don't know, but the songs that they write are really catchy, and it's not at all what you would expect, and they're kind of proggy. It's not at all what you would expect from a band called Demon. But yet, here you go. And the first song that they have is called The Plague, and it's I gotta take this wrapper off. It's annoying me. I tried to keep this shrink wrap like as a fold on around it. I don't know why, because it'd been there for so long. I mean, the record was put out in, yeah, I don't know when. It doesn't say. But it had been on it for so long. I tried to keep it, and it didn't work out. So there we go. I'm just taking it off. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, the first song. It's called "The Plague," and it's like this synth riff, like dun 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 dun, the plague, and it's like it's almost a happy song, but they're singing about the plague. Whatever. I don't know. And I'm sure, and they're a pretty political band too. You know, they've. It almost looks like a sort of a punk record. And I wasn't sure if that's what it was at first. It has that aesthetic, but then you listen to it and it's sort of almost got this like early Whitesnake ballad feel to it, and or late Whitesnake ballad, and just that earnestness and stuff like that with the vocals, and I don't know. It's a record whose definition eludes me. It's sort of prog, like anti-metal metal. And it's not. I don't even want to use the word metal. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words again. But anyway, so those are the records I got for you. Hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. I am going to go do some stuff around the house, and I just wanted to check in and say hi. Hope y'all are doing well. And that's it. All right, bye.